Peace to everybody. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning. So, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for showing y'all support. I want to thank everybody for being understanding and patient on this journey. Miss Hollywood, thank you. I want to thank everybody. And I want to say something. It was brought to my attention. It made a lot of sense. But, okay, so yesterday when we were talking, he made reference to me, or him, having my granddaughter be married off to another family or to some guy. But where I come from, a man should at least ask for a man's hand or daughter's hand in marriage. He can't even do that for me. And if he do it for me, he already knows his answer, but he still should try to do it. So we'll give him the right to choose that my granddaughter will be married off to somebody, but he don't even want to ask for somebody hand in marriage himself. Did I say that right? Lover? Like, it's like this, y'all. I'm not here for no reason but because my daughter asked me to come get her. Now, that we had this little meeting yesterday and everything, and he can't answer questions like a man, because guess what? None of the situation was volatile, and nobody was getting out of the way except for the two clowns that he had with him sitting on the side, throwing in like cheerleaders, throwing in their 2 cents. Nothing was getting out the way. I just think he didn't want to man up and answer the questions. So you tearing down yourself. Ain't nobody tearing you down. Ain't nobody tearing your family down. Ain't nobody. You tearing down yourself. You tearing down yourself. And what you don't want to understand is that I love my daughter and I love my granddaughter. And now so more that I'm connected to her, my family. The problem is you. You see, if you know my daughter is your ride or die and she gonna do anything for you, why you just don't let her talk to me by herself? Like, that's what I came to do. But every time I ask, can I just talk to her, you gotta be right there. Ain't nobody gonna take nobody from you. Ain't nobody trying to do none of that. Because just last week, she fucking walked out and you dropped off like she was a piece of fucking meat. Like you ain't give a fuck about what happened to her or that baby. And it's because of your actions. You draw reactions from people because of your actions. Your actions say, I don't give a fuck. But then you think about the money that you losing. So then you romance, or you call what you call romance, and that's only what? Talking a little shit. I'm gonna do better, baby. I'm sorry, baby. Please give me another chance, baby. You talk all that bullshit because you know that's what she want to hear. Because ultimately, she want to strive for a monogamous relationship. Because you know she don't want to do that polygamy shit. You know, I find it strange that yesterday when we was talking, the whole time we was talking, my daughter never said nothing about I was harassing her and I was coming in between. She didn't say nothing about that until the end of the conversation when you started talking about I'm harassing her. How I'm harassing her and she asked me to come here. That's the first thing. How I'm harassing her because she, like you said, she summoned me. But you, ain't about you. Ain't about you, Nature Boy or Elijah or whatever your fucking name is. It ain't about you, bruh. It ain't about you. So, this ride you took, let me guess. Because if my daughter is not with you, because I ain't seen her yet, that means you took her and dropped her off somewhere. For what? For what? Like, I don't understand. If you know that she not gonna leave you, and you know that she down for you, what's the problem in letting me talk to my daughter by myself? Yeah. So, you know where I'm at. I can walk 0.2 miles and stand right outside your gate and talk to you. I would like you to let that happen. I would like you to let that happen. I'm right down. I'm next door to you. You know where I'm at. You ain't gotta talk no shit. Somebody told me you was talking shit on your live yesterday when you walked off. Man, well, I was right there, dude. I was right there, and you know everything was civil, and you know everything was peaceful. And you know I told you from the get-go when I first saw you, man, kill that shit. That shit is behind us. My wife asked me to be good, and I'm trying to be civil. I'm trying to be civil with you. But see, you want to turn this into a fight. I just want to talk to my daughter by herself. So if you're so sure of yourself, why don't you let her? Not on this live, not on this camera and all of this. Why don't you let me talk to her by herself, like I asked you? Everybody is involved now, and I want you to understand that. The families of the people that you have are involved now, and I'm getting them more involved every day. You know, let me say this to y'all. I was a police officer for a very long time. And one thing we had to do was investigate crimes. We had to investigate the cause we had to go on. And in my so many years of police work, the one thing y'all gotta remember is that the sciences that deal with forensics, it's been proven over years and years and years, the patterns that people use, the patterns that people go through. Like, it got to take a very smart person not to be able to know, or a very smart person to try to get over on an investigator. So, I'm going to tell y'all how it go. I had no idea yesterday that the girl Iyah left, okay? And it wasn't until we walked off from the restaurant and got halfway down the block that my wife said, hey, you know Iyah left. And I said, what you talking about? And she told me why it happened. And I was like, you serious? Let's go back and look for her. So we went back to this restaurant And we were just at, and I went upstairs, but my wife was like, no, I think she down here. So we went down around the corner to another entrance, like another entrance that was hitting to the restaurant that led into another part of the restaurant, right? And that young lady was sitting on the bench by herself with a piece of foam and a little purse or sack or whatever, a backpack, all right? And I asked, I said, well, what's going on? You know, she kind of was surprised that we popped up right there. We gave her hugs and, you know, we gave her good words. And I asked her what was going on, and she was like, oh, I left and blah, blah, blah. And she gave me this story, right? But let me tell y'all something. When a man knows something is wrong, something is wrong. I'm going to flip the script. When a woman knows something is wrong, something is wrong. In talking to this young lady, she told me that she left because her and my daughter wasn't getting along or something like that. And I didn't find it strange that she was there. I know a lot of people been calling me talking about she might have been a mole or she might have been a... Who cares? I don't care.
They didn't know she was there.
I don't even think they knew she was there. She was just sitting by herself, y'all. Like, where she was, if you didn't walk up on her, you could never see her sitting there. So, basically, I asked her what she was going to do, and she told me she was just going to, stay there. Or try to find something to do with herself. So we offered her to leave with us. We offered her to come to this place where we at. We offered her to get out of here because I don't think it's really safe for that woman to be out here by herself like that with no money, with a piece of broke phone that she can't use unless she find Wi-Fi. But then I started looking at her physical. I mean, I can't believe that the camera showed one thing, but when I actually gave her a hug, man, the girl was skin and bones. Like my daughter. Like my daughter is skin and bones. My wife thought that the baby was bigger than one of our grandchildren that was born right before her. But we both realized that it's because my daughter then got so small that the baby appears to be bigger than our grandchildren at home. Like they skin and bones, man. They skin and bones. So I gave her some money because I didn't want her out there with nothing. And I contacted her family. And we all on the same page with helping this young lady because she needed to get out of there. When I was talking about her children to her and her family and going home, she almost started to cry but she can't get out of this trance that she in. So I hugged her, I pleaded with her, and I asked her to leave with us. Right? Get out of here, because if you don't get out of here, you're just going to want to go right back. So then I started, my senses kicked in. And I started to think about what was going on in front of me. For one thing, she didn't smell like them. That's number one. She smelled like she was clean, like she had prepared herself for something. Now everybody, it's not, I'm not saying they smell bad. It's just when you don't use deodorant, you perspire. People all over the world, a lot of people don't use deodorant, okay? And that's something in the States that, if you don't wear deodorant, Oh, your underarms stink or something like that. But everywhere else, that's natural. So her smell, her smell wasn't like theirs. Her smell was clean. But the little dress she had on, with nothing on underneath it, kind of made me wonder what she was doing. So I'm thinking to myself, why is she here? And she don't want to leave. Is she gonna go back? Let me tell y'all what I think Eligio is doing. I think Eligio is pimping these people out here. I think he making them, see, this the game, this the cover up. The cover up is to make you think that they leaving. And then later they gonna come back. But when they leave, they're going out there to make money. They're going out there to sell their bodies and do whatever they gotta do for money. Because he always asking for money. Alright? And with his mentality and what he was doing with my daughter yesterday, he was leading the whole conversation. He never once, unless she was talking, but she said what she wanted to say, he never once let her really say what she wanted to say, because he was leading and controlling her whole conversation. Now, if you think I couldn't see what you was doing, you're wrong. And if you think I'm done, I'm not. So, while I'm here, you need to give me that opportunity to talk to my daughter alone. I don't want your fucking ass nowhere around. I need to talk to my daughter alone. Like, she not going nowhere. None of that. But I really think that ride last night, if she not with you, I think you done took her somewhere else. I think you done took my daughter somewhere and you're hiding her somewhere. That's what I really think. That's what I really think. So, baby, you want to come over? No? Yeah, he could be talking, but he talking by himself.
What they say?
Yeah, they saying that he
Hey y'all.
What you got, Jazz?
I got some
Oh man, it's
questions.
messing up, Jazz.
You got it?
The your internet is messing up.
No, it's ours.
Is ours?
Hold on, could be mine.
It's Jazzy, man. All right.
Okay. So he took her for a ride last night. I came in, you was talking about Iyah.
Yeah, everybody told me he took her for a ride, so we was looking, said they was riding a long time, and now all of a sudden he back. The only thing I could think of was that he took her away from there because he's insecure.
Okay, so if he took her away from there, then see that doesn't make any sense because then where did he put her at? So where is she at? You don't know if she's safe or
Like I'm
nothing.
saying, I don't know if that per se is what he did. I'm speculating right now.
Okay. Okay, so we have to figure out exactly, if she's there, if she's still over
Well,
there or
all he
not.
have to do is
No, you pausing.
We only talking about whatever it is that's going on with Pops and them. Please don't bring anybody else up in regards to YouTubers or whatever they saying, because I don't care. So when we was talking last night, Tina, you said something was real interesting that you picked up in regards to Sheba and her interactions with Velvet. Can you talk about that?
Wait, what you mean?
When you was talking about the bathroom situation, how sketch that was.
And why we couldn't just let Velvet live her life because she's grown. And she said, you know, like her and her parents know
Right.
what she's doing, and her parents is letting her live her life and go the path that she believes that is right for herself, right? So I had to explain to her, it's one thing to let your child be grown and follow their path.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing for your child to call you and tell you that they need your help and that they want to come home. You know, in the 2 years that Velvet was gone, she never really reached out and said that she wanted to come home. But this time she has. And as parents, it's our duty to come out here and make sure and see face to face that she's really okay. You get what I'm saying? This meeting yesterday.
That was God, y'all. That meeting yesterday was God. I'm telling y'all. That was divine timing, whatever you want to call it. That was
Yeah, because people think that Velvet contacted us and told us where she was at. No, the whole purpose of us really coming out here is because she made the plans, we agreed to the plans, and when we just got a text message saying to cancel everything, no, that's not how that's gonna go.
at 2:30 in the morning.
Us, how are we supposed to know that that's truly you? You get what I'm saying? We're not just gonna drop the plans for coming to get you because you text us. Like, what if it was him that texted us? So we had to come out here and physically see for ourselves that you really don't want us here, you know? And then yesterday, even though she was saying what she was saying, she kept looking at him for approval. She kept looking at him. It looked like she was scared. Like, she couldn't do nothing. Like, she wouldn't let him hold the baby because she kept staring at him. Like, she didn't want to give me a hug because she kept staring at him. You get what I'm saying? It was a lot. Like
she was really nervous, basically acting like, you know, the exhibiting the typical behaviors of a domestic violence victim and a woman in a relationship. Because I seen she was constantly looking for that confirmation as she was saying stuff, and even in some parts of the conversation, it was like she was backtracking or backpedaling if he even looked like he had some sort of disapproval. So whatever it was that she was saying, she was constantly taking cues from him. And so I really want you guys to be able to speak to her alone, because I feel like speaking to her one-on-one, face-to-face by herself would be a totally different reaction. And even Bree said something about that. So have y'all observed the difference? Just like Bree did, just like, you know, her sister said as well.
I'm telling you,
when we went to the bathroom, she was more relaxed. You get what I'm saying? But we was kind of downstairs taking too long, and I felt her energy wanting to go back up so he doesn't think anything. Does that make sense? Because we wasn't saying nothing bad about him. We was just talking about us being here and how happy she was to see us. So she was like, all right, you know, I think we should go back up. And that's when we saw Iyah. See, Iyah, that was a mistake. Like, she had looked over, she saw her, and I guess she thought I saw her. So she was like, yeah, Tina, there go Iyah. And I had mentioned, oh, well, you know, I thought he keeps you guys under wraps. And they was like, well, she's not with us no more. So she left.
Yeah, like her being there was like totally out of place for them. Because I guess she didn't, because I'm telling you, everything was.
She didn't come to our
everything
hotel.
was random. Like,
we saw her
how we saw them at the doctor. And we all thought of, well, I said we was about to go get something to eat, so he offered to buy us lunch. And I told him, well, I don't eat where you at because I eat meat. So he said, well, let's go to this restaurant. We went to that restaurant. And we had a beautiful time sitting down, talking, and trying to rationalize with each other. However, that girl wasn't nowhere around. Like she was just there, like sitting somewhere secluded by herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Was Iyah, because I don't remember if I saw Iyah at the doctor's appointment with them. So was she gone before that, before they even went to the doctor?
Oh,
That's
no.
crazy, because I don't remember seeing her in none of them shows.
She wasn't at the doctor. She was at the restaurant that we went to.
But she was downstairs somewhere, like
just because
So she was just, yeah, so she was just randomly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she had left.
Yeah, she was left and she was separate from them. That's crazy. That was a lot of run-ins that happened. All of that was divine timing because y'all ran into them. Then y'all went and all of y'all ran into Iyah. You can't make this type of stuff up. That's crazy. So,
and I didn't even know none of that shit happened because I was like, come on, let's go get was calling my friend, waiting for him to come pick us up, and then she told me that. I was like, hold up, let's go back because I ain't know that.
I'm not gonna lie though, Velvet talked to Nature Boy and they got Iyah some food, but bro, why you guys didn't give her no money before she left? I just don't make no sense.
wow.
Right.
Wow. So she just out there flying in the wind. That's crazy. That don't even make no sense. And then just being there calm. And it's weird because it's like they just calmly knew that she just out there like that. And that's crazy. How did you feel? Because how did you feel sitting across from how did you feel sitting across from True after the molestation thing? And I know you don't play about that pedophile crap. Neither one of y'all do. So how was that sitting at that table with him trying to keep your composure? Because Tina, I seen you get a little hot because True had a little smart mouth. So I seen you get ready to
I want to answer this first. Or I want to say this. I give a fuck if she was sent there. Like, y'all got to understand something. I don't give a fuck about what this boy doing out here. I support my daughter, and that's it. I don't support none of this bullshit. So if she was sent there, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All I know is I offered that child my help because they said she was put out or she left. And that's it. I don't care if I walk out my hotel and them bitches sitting on this front porch. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all got to understand. I don't care. They could be placed wherever they want to be placed. They could be seen wherever they want to be seen. All I know is when I got out here, that was divine timing. That was divine timing. They didn't know we was coming like that, apparently. Or as he said, he didn't. You know what it was? I think he didn't think we was going to come. That's what it was. And they was just going about their everyday life. And that's cool. That's cool. So, yeah, to y'all people.
Now, but back to the question. True, man, I wasn't paying him no mind. He was on the other side of the table. The only time I realized that he existed was when I heard his stupid and yeah, Chief, that's true. And
Surely.
You know, just like Solar, I tried. I did good. I did good because I wanted to just turn around and bat the fuck out of him, but I was good.
Like they gotta cheerlead everything he's saying, man. Like, okay, I understand you want to build a nation, but how you gonna build a nation if you impregnate all of the women, then pass them to those guys to take care of your children? At the same time, you want to marry your children off to each other. You know what you're doing with inbreeding? Like, you fucking retarded or something?
You know what's crazy? He says, you get back what you put out. Like how he was saying, if you guys take my situation as negative, then that means that you're a negative person, right? So for him to try to throw out accusations about a sexual encounter and then Harry to throw it back at him, he got mad because that's what you do. That you can't project that reality onto us. That's not him and his daughter. That's you and what you want to do. So
right.
And because my daughter didn't stand with that bullshit at that moment, you see, because she know I was sitting there patiently waiting for her to answer his question, because If she lied in any kind of way, it was done. I would have had lost it. Because you're not about to sit here and say that I'm some kind of fucking child molesting pedophile motherfucker like you. It's not going to happen. Not like that. So when he asked her, well, didn't you tell me something about sexual? No, she said, I ain't tell you that. Like, I sat up at attention to hear what y'all had to say.
Yeah, but that's how I saw it. He only said that because that's him.
Yeah, that's him, man. You know, that's why I asked him. I said, what you meant by, and y'all keep playing the second part of that question, but get the first part. I asked him, what you meant by my daughter is giving birth to your new wife? Oh, I didn't say that. Yes, you did, nigga. We got it on film. You said it. We got it. I would never say nothing like that. That's retarded. That's crazy. So then the second part was when I started telling him, oh, and then you say, you know, you're going to be handing her bags, kicking and screaming, give me my baby. I'm going to be telling you, get the fuck. Like, that's when he had enough and he was ready to go. Like, we sitting here talking. And everything I'm saying, I could back it up because y'all gave me the information.
Yeah, because he was perfectly fine with us going back and forth with Velvet, you know, but when it started on him, that's when he was done.
So that is the divide and conquer tactic. You know, if he can keep her mad and fighting at us, then he can keep her. But that's not how that go, man. Like, that's some old shit that maybe she not used to, but guess what? She know it because that's what the devil try to do. The devil come to steal, kill, and destroy. And the first thing he try to do is divide and conquer.
And he tried to play Mr. Nice Guy. I noticed he was switching up. I mean, he was in his full narcissistic glory because there was a lot of projection. It was like he wanted to find some sort of alignment with every single negative thing that has been said about him. And doing that with you. And it was like, okay, once the facts started kind of coming out, it was like he slowly started breaking down because he wasn't left. He was pulling at straws because he wasn't left with nothing else to say. So of course he stormed out of there having a hissy fit and throwing a temper tantrum. Once you asked the question and was hitting him with the stuff that he said, there was two things that he did that on that we actually have footage of him saying that he said that he did not say. So there, you know, that was obvious that he was a stone cold liar. He was caught up in a lot of lies. He was definitely caught up in a lot of lies. So he was panicking. I feel like he was definitely panicking and that he had some nervous energy.
Yeah, but he was trying to see when he's trying to make an association between me and him as being the same kind of person. No, everybody know that disciplining a child, and y'all know how we talk. I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't stop. I'm gonna throw you upside that wall. All kind of stuff. My grandparents and my parents told me, and when I fucked up, they handed me my ass. So don't try to take that and make that seem like he trying to make it seem like I was beating on her. Nah, I got message or something.
Velvet was basically saying that y'all jumped her like a jump, like a fight, like beat her like a dog in the street.
No,
my wife slapped her one time for being disrespectful.
I did.
And that's it.
One time. And for people that's saying no stepmother should put their hand on their stepchild, period. Let me tell you something.
Hold on.
I helped raise her, and I don't see her as my stepdaughter. I see her as my daughter. That's my daughter.
That's it.
Period, point blank. That's my baby. I've been in Velvet's life since she was 13, 14 years old. And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about how I handled that situation. So that's that.
And then I'm going to say this to y'all out there. I'm going to say this to all y'all step parents, because even I am a step parent. Sometimes a step parent can be more of a parent in a child's life than that parent.
Hey, Jazz. Jazz is on you.
Jazz who?
Our Jazz. I'm sorry.
Where you at? Where my jazzy boy at,
Hey,
Jazz?
Jazz.
Let me see my jazzy boy.
Oh, I have a
I'm
question
sorry.
concerning Jazz real quick. Did y'all speak to Jazz about basically when y'all was talking about the CPS situations? Velvet tried to throw the whole thing on Jazz, saying that basically it was all
No,
Jazz and not.
Jazz told us.
I feel
Jazz
like
told
this.
us what happened.
Wait, I feel like yesterday's conversation. The only reason why I was willing to revisit that whole situation is because I feel like he got into her head and made her believe something totally different. Like whatever story she told him, I feel like he added on to that, right? Just like he was saying, oh, well, she was 14. Like, what you doing hitting on a 14-year-old? But you on somebody else's, you lied with somebody telling that lady that you should pop whoever was being disrespectful in the back. That sounded like a little kid. You know, who are you to tell me how to parent when you do something? Man, look, that whole conversation about the past, we know what happened. She knows what happened, and she needs to get her shit straight. If the only way she's gonna be able to move forward is by facing her demons, and running isn't facing your
Yeah,
demons.
if she can't face these first, how she gonna ever face his? But you see, here's the thing. She done got entangled and twisted with a whole nother set of demons.
And in her head, we don't love her. We here.
Yeah, man, I'm in Mexico at your request. I'm in Mexico, me and Tina, at your request. Like, really? Really, Val? I don't love you. I'm harassing you. Now you listening to what he's saying and saying I'm harassing you. You don't. I'm gonna prove to y'all, and y'all know I'm about fucking covering my ass. I'm gonna prove to y'all that she asked me to come here. Just give me a little time. I'm waiting to see if my baby girl reach out to me. I'm here till Friday. And then I'm gonna show the world what's going on, because man, this dude got her so under his spell. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
And this, I want to address that too about Vibes saying that she had two black eyes. Like, how you talking about us disciplining her and you giving people black eyes? Like, really?
So it goes to say that when I don't see my daughter for an extended period of time, her wounds be healing up. Is that what's going on? And then you get up to the point where when she good enough to come back in front of the camera view because nobody can't see what you've done. That's what type of nigga you is?
Breaking down online. At the end of the day, if he truly believed that he a chief and that he controlling shit and she's his chiefess and she not gonna leave him no matter what, then man up and let her come speak to us. That's the least you could do. We came all the way out here to make sure that she was okay.
Yeah,
let her tell us that she's okay.
And don't get it twisted. I ain't pull up on you, nigga. I pulled up on my daughter. It don't have nothing to do with you, bro. It don't have nothing to do with you, bro. And I kept telling you that yesterday in that restaurant. It don't have nothing to do with you, dude. Nothing.
He tried to make everything about her. How do y'all feel when he was like, you know, you can't love your daughter if you don't want to interact with me or have a relationship with me? Like,
I give a fuck less about him. I said it earlier in my live. It's like this. Somebody brought it to my attention.
It's one thing at a time. One thing at a time. We need to figure out if she's okay. And then maybe that'll happen, which I doubt. But one thing at a time. It's not about you. It's about her.
You know, because if you want to make it about respect, you don't respect where she came from. You don't respect that I'm here trying to check up on my daughter. You don't have enough respect to let me talk to my daughter by myself. Where's your respect? You want respect from everybody else. See, that's that narcissistic shit. Y'all motherfuckers want respect from everybody. You don't respect me. Next thing you know, you're harassing me. Next thing you know, I'm gonna call the police. Next thing you know, he trying to do me harm. Because that's how y'all narcissist people do shit. If it ain't going your way, it ain't nowhere. Well, guess what? It ain't your way all the time, partner. And that's what you need to understand. It ain't your way, no other time. It ain't your way. And not today. Like, come on, man. If you know my daughter is so much you'll ride or die, let me talk to her by myself.
Yep. She shouldn't need no guardian or no chaperone.
Man, you don't understand. The smell of shit can't stick closer to it than he stick to my daughter.
Nature Boy is possessed by a demon. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she is. I feel like some of it is her, but then I feel like some of it is still, that brainwashing from being in that relationship and whatever they got going on or whatever promises, he's making to her that he's not gonna keep. At some point, I feel like with Velvet, she got to look at the pattern. If this has been an up and down, back and forth, everything can't be sweet. You can't be all spoiled and pampered, but you want to leave every other day. And that's what they were saying when they was talking about her leaving the last time.
That's true.
How y'all feel seeing the grandbaby?
It was awesome. She's a beautiful baby. She was very calm.
She is a beautiful baby. But we thought she was bigger than what she was because, man, I ain't never hugged my daughter and could have wrapped my hands around me and her at the same time. That's how skinny she is. Like, I don't get that part. Now I know the vegan stuff do stuff to people and make them lose weight and that's fine, but my granddaughter, she need hospital care. It's not just going to this doctor here. Like, I tried to explain this to him because he don't understand that her genes come from a long line of problems as far as medical stuff going. And you can't just erase that in one generation. You can't erase that shit living out here in nature and all that. Because that was already generation after generation after generation after generation that's already in her. So why start with her as the fucking guinea pig? Take her to the fucking hospital and get the proper care for her. Now, that medicine, that's cool. That's going to work for a little while. But she need to go and get diagnosed by the professionals that she don't want her to see. Because, man, you can't cure everything with no B6 diet. And if Val was sick, the baby gonna be sick. I mean, but he the chief. He gotta do what he do.
So you want to hang up and call back?
You hanging up?
Huh?
Oh, okay, she's there.
You hanging up and calling back?
Who, me?
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't know. I think my thing is acting up. It's been acting up this whole time. I'm gonna let y'all finish up, and then I'll probably check back in with y'all later. I know a few other people wanted to ask y'all something.
All right.
All right.
All right.
She needs a proper pediatric doctor. That's true.
I don't know who that is. Who's that? Who's that?
So who sent the request?
No.
Just see what they talking about, and then we'll just get off.
I don't know those people.
We don't
Hi.
know any.
I don't know
Hi.
those people.
Hi.
How you doing?
Blessed. I'm highly favored. Thank you. First, I want to say I'm very proud of you guys, and I commend you guys.
You're breaking up, baby. I can't hear you or nothing.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh man, I hear the echo myself. I want to say I'm proud of you guys. And I rock with y'all heavy.
Thank you.
I've been in a
I
cut.
can't see it.
Oh, you can't see me. That's right, because I flipped my camera around. Hi.
All right. Hey. Hello.
All right.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
All right.
yesterday I was my heart. Damn, I can hear myself.
Yeah, that's the connection out here. So I
can't
ain't gonna
hear
lie
the
to y'all.
echoing.
When they say stuff like the internet bad and stuff, it be bad out here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to speak to you guys and tell you how much I love you and I respect what you did. Oh, it's echoing too bad.
Yeah.
Somebody said to
Okay.
try to hang up and call back.
Is that better?
Hang up and try to call back. They say.
Somebody, is it your earpiece? Or turn off speaker?
No,
I can't hear you now. Okay, you good.
Oh, you can hear me now?
I got you good.
Okay, good. So, first thing that I'm very proud of God. That is what parents are supposed to do for their.
Thank you.
Okay? And Pop, I'm gonna call you Pop. Respect for you, because you would do exactly what my dad would do if I was caught up in this.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you something. She asked me to come out here, so I came, and she ain't never asked me that in 2 years.
Yeah.
I know.
That's the only reason why. And y'all, and a lot of people gotta understand. Yeah, you can say if that was my child, I'll do this, that, and the other. But I'm telling y'all, it's a whole different world out here. And if you don't do things through the proper channels, you'll wind up in jail and somewhere where you don't have no business at. And it don't work like that. So
Yeah. I want to say, come on in this picture. I want to see you.
what you say?
Mama Marquez.
Oh, she went to the restroom. She had to go to the bathroom right there. She wanted you to come in the picture. She coming.
Okay. I'll wait.
She coming. She right now.
Hey, Ma.
Sorry. Hello.
First of all, I want to tell you, strong motherfucking woman. You went in there.
You breaking up again, Ma? She proud of you too.
Thank you.
Jamie, I'm not a troll. I watch. Okay?
Well, I don't care what, I don't know what none of that shit means, so I don't care. As long as you positive, I'm good.
It don't matter. I respect what And Pops, I'm at you that information that's trying to get on page.
Oh, okay.
It's me.
That was some good information too. That was, yeah, that helped us out a lot. Thank you so much.
Whatever you need,
All right.
I'm talking real shit.
Thank you.
Okay? And
Yes, ma'am.
no fact, because I feel like how you guys and how your response is exactly how
Mm-hmm.
so thank you.
You're welcome.
And I
Thank you.
on whatever I know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, deuces.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Love
you.
you. Be safe.
Love you
Peace and
too.
love.
Bye.
I will.
will.
All right.
Somebody said for me to turn off my phone. My phone isn't even on.
You think it's the air conditioner? Y'all, we need air conditioning out here. It's hot. Lord have mercy, it's hot. You know, where Jasmine at? Where Jasmine at?
Wait, let's see. Jasmine on here.
Come on, Tiff. You've been waiting for 2-3 days now. Come on, Tiff. Where you at?
What's up with it?
What's going on?
What's up with it?
Nothing. You've been waiting. What's going on?
Hey, Tiff.
Nothing.
It is hotter than New Orleans. It's hot out here.
I bet it is. What's up with y'all?
Nothing. What you say?
Man, I was just like after viewing everything yesterday.
That's what's up.
I feel like Cameron, sit back. I'm driving. That's crazy how everybody. Anyways, I don't know. After reviewing everything yesterday and watching the whole situation, like personally, I just feel like Belle might be like a real trap state. Dude is clearly a narcissist. Dude is like a controlling person, a manipulative person. And I feel like the only way Belle can open up about the truth about anything is to catch her by herself. But she's not gonna allow it.
That's true, but let me tell you something, Tiff. I'm gonna tell you what really need to happen. She need to get tired of his bullshit, and then it's really gonna happen.
And it's like certain things get her to that state, but he does. And this is a demon too. It's a demon of rejection, and it's a demon of manipulation. Like, and he has that in him. He calls himself a god for you can't call yourself a god. There's only one God. Like, you are made in his image, but to sit there and call yourself a god, that's pure evil. Like, dude is like a real messed up person. It's going to take a series of events for Belle to actually wake up and realize it. She's going to get to that point.
We said we got, a couple days ago. It wasn't too long ago she was tired. How many times you gotta get tired? Like,
Tiff.
Yeah.
They're saying I gotta go out and come back in because it's messing up too bad.
All right.
Who is that?
We don't have another phone on, y'all. It's not nothing on. That was Cam.
so we're gonna come back in. Maybe it's our side.